Ruri Rocks Episode 7 is a gentle, thoughtful, and surprisingly emotional chapter that explores the beauty of ordinary things, the struggle to be understood, and the courage to pursue your passion. The series follows Ruri Tanagawa, a high school student whose love for jewelry and crystals leads her into the fascinating world of mineralogy. Her journey is not just about collecting pretty stones. It's about finding her place in the world, making friends who share her interests, and learning to value herself even when others don't understand. The episode opens with a flashback to Ruri's childhood, where her fascination with rocks is already clear. Shoko, another young girl, excitedly shows her father the rocks she's found, describing their colors and textures. But when she tries to share her excitement with classmates, they dismiss her hobby as weird, no fun. This moment sets the tone for the episode, highlighting the loneliness that can come from loving something unusual. Shoko's mother reassures her that it's okay to be herself, encouraging her to embrace her passion for rocks. As the story moves to the present, we see Ruri and her friends finishing their exams and heading to the beach to relax. The group's energy is light and playful, but Ruri is exhausted and a bit withdrawn. When she finds a beautiful blue fragment on the sand, she wonders if it's agate or chalcedony, a sign of her growing knowledge and curiosity about minerals. She plans to ask Nagi Arado, her mentor and college mineralogy student, for help identifying it. The beach scene quickly turns into a lesson about the difference between minerals and man-made materials. Ruri's classmates are excited by the blue gem, but Seto, another mineral enthusiast, points out that it's just glass, a fragment from a bottle, not a precious stone. The disappointment is palpable, but the conversation shifts to the concept of sea glass, pieces of glass that have been tumbled by the waves and smoothed over time. Nagi explains that sea glass is not worthless. It's a historical artifact, a remnant of the past that tells a story about how people used to process waste and how materials travel through the environment. The episode dives deep into the science and history of glass, explaining how its color comes from chemical reactions and impurities. Blue glass, for example, is made with cobalt oxide, while green glass uses chromium oxide. The group learns about the knurling process, which protects the base of bottles, and how the widespread use of plastic has made glass bottles increasingly rare. These details are woven seamlessly into the story, making mineralogy feel accessible and fascinating. As Ruri and her friends search for more glass in bottles, they discover a rainbow-colored, silvered glass bottle. Nagi explains that the iridescence comes from changes to the glass itself, specifically when sodium leaches out and forms a thin film. This phenomenon, called structural color, is the same process that creates the colors in soap bubbles, jewel beetles, and butterfly wings. The group marvels at the beauty of these natural effects, realizing that even ordinary materials can become extraordinary over time. The heart of the episode is Ruri's struggle to be understood. She confides in Seto, admitting that she's always loved minerals, but feels isolated because few people share her passion. Seto reveals that she studies mineralogy in college, encouraging Ruri to pursue her dream of becoming a mineralogy researcher. Their conversation is honest and vulnerable, with both girls admitting their embarrassment about sharing their interests. Seto reassures Ruri that it's okay to choose her own path, and that she'll find her people along the way. Ruri's journey is mirrored by Shoko's story, as both girls learn to embrace their love for rocks and minerals despite the skepticism of others. The episode emphasizes the importance of self-acceptance and the value of finding friends who understand and support you. Ruri's parents worry about her future, suggesting she work with flowers or sweets instead of rocks. But Ruri remains determined to follow her passion. The episode ends with a touching moment as Ruri learns the origin of her name. Naji tells her that Ruri was the old Japanese word for blue glass, connecting her identity to the very thing she loves most. This revelation brings the story full circle, showing that Ruri's passion is not just a hobby. It's a part of who she is. Throughout episode 7, Ruri Rocks balances scientific curiosity with emotional depth. The show's gentle humor and thoughtful dialogue make Mineralogy feel exciting and meaningful, while the characters' struggles with self-doubt and loneliness are handled with sensitivity. The beach setting, with its endless supply of glass and minerals, becomes a metaphor for the journey of self-discovery. Sometimes what seems worthless is actually precious, and sometimes the things we find by accident become the most important. The ending of the episode is hopeful and inspiring. Ruri realizes that she's not alone, that there are others who share her interests and support her dreams. She makes a new friend in Seto, and their bond is strengthened by their shared love of minerals. The episode encourages viewers to pursue their passions, even when the world doesn't understand, and to find beauty in the ordinary. Fans of Ruri Rocks will appreciate the show's blend of science, history, and heartfelt storytelling. Episode 7 is a celebration of curiosity, friendship, and the courage to be yourself. As Ruri continues her journey into the world of mineralogy, viewers are left eagerly anticipating what she'll discover next, and who she'll become along the way.